What's crack like? It's your boy Broshmo, just in case you did not know so. And today, I want to know. Y'all think the Bills is making the playoffs? Because this team is a lot more talented than anyone's given them credit for. They have done a lot of things in the off season to improve this squad. But it all hinges on, is Josh Allen, I should say, is he going to be a better passer? Is he going to improve upon his arm in this upcoming season? Is he going to be more than just a playmaker with his feet? Can he be a playmaker in the pass game? I think he can. I think he will improve this year. I think he's got considerably more talent on the outside this year. Granted, it's not elite talent. Now, Josh Brown was pretty good last year. He was pretty good last year for Baltimore. At the beginning of the season, I should say. As long as he doesn't get beat up, that's fine. Zay Jones, he's a fine number 2 receiver, but nothing great. We could see Reuben Foster get into the mix. He played very well last year. Cole Beasley, he's slot only, but they've improved on the pass catchers. Even Tyler Kroft, who played extremely well for Cincinnati before he got hurt last year. They got Dawson Knox, I should say, on the out of the draft this year. So they're looking better. And you know what? They're looking better also at running back. LaShawn McCoy, I don't know if he'll be there past training camp or at the end of the preseason. I don't know if he'll make it to the regular season, because they invested a lot they added a lot to the running back room there. I mean, they added Frank Gore, who's just been known. He's so reliable, and he takes carries from people everywhere he goes. The man's a monster. Just ask Kenyon Drake and Marlon Mack. They also drafted Devin Singletary out of Florida Atlantic, so there's that. They signed TJ Yeldon, who's probably really just a third down only back. So they also got Marcus Murphy still on the squad. Not all 5 running backs are going to be making it on that 53-man roster. I'm just saying. But their improvement on offense didn't just stop there, because they invested a lot in free agency, getting Quinton Spain, who was an above-average starter there in Tennessee at guard. Added him to the mix. They dished a lot of money out for Mitch Morse, and we'll see. I think they may be overpaying him a little bit, but you know what? He plays the position well. He plays it extremely well. That's an upgrade. Ty Seiki, I think I'm saying your name right. My apologies if you're not. He was phenomenal with the Redskins. I say phenomenal. Let me tone that down. He was good with the Redskins. So he's going to be there on the right side. They also got Spencer Long in there. Who else do we have in there? They also have Russell Bodine, who was up and down with the Bengals. But they added Cody Ford. They managed to give Cody Ford in the second round, which is wild. Now, me personally, I think he is a guard only. But they could test him out at tackle. Because you know what? Deion Dawkins last year struggled there on the blind side. It would be nice to see them move him back on the right side and back to guard eventually, especially if he struggles this year. I mean, they got Adrian Waddle who was with the Patriots just a few seasons ago, but he's nothing special. But honestly, they've made the move to improve this offensive line. It's not all the way there yet. Understand, Buffalo fans, you are in a rebuild. You are still in a rebuild. But they've done, honestly, I think they've done as much as they can to make this offense competitive this year. Because we know that defense is already competitive. Let's go ahead and look at them, man. So let's start with that defensive line, because that defensive line is sick nasty, and it starts with Ed Oliver. I'm not saying he is he's a replica, a clone, a doppelganger of Aaron Donald. I'm just saying, the man's got skill. He's got skill. And then he's going to be playing next to Harrison Phillips, who's an up-and-coming, played extremely well last year. Up-and-coming nose tackle. Because he plays in between the guards. He's playing there in between the guards. So that's going to take a lot of pressure off of Ed Oliver. And you know what? They have pass rushers. Jerry Hughes, they signed him to a 2-year extension. I don't know how he does it at his age, but he plays extremely well. They have Lorenzo Alexander, who's kind of their chess piece on the defense in that front seven, because they can play him in linebacker, edge. They can even kick him inside if they want to. So he's like a jack of all trades there, which is really cool. They also have Shaq Lawson, who might fit into the rotation there, but more so, I didn't list him on here. Trent Murphy, just because he gets hurt so often, but Trent Murphy is also an opposing force there. And they also have Star Ludinata still, right? Yeah, they sure do. And you know what? Granted, he's aging. You know, he really hasn't been spectacular since leaving Carolina. But still, you have another guy there. They have Jordan Phillips, who's cast off from Miami. But you know what? He's very talented. Don't sleep on him. They just got to be able to get it out of him, man. So and it doesn't stop there. Their front seven is looking good. Traymon Emmons played very well down the stretch last year. Matt Milano probably was the best linebacker on the team last year too. This is a scary front seven. Don't sleep on them. I mean, I don't think no one's sleeping on the Bills defense. Everyone knows for a while that's about the only thing they had. Now, the secondary didn't really play up to snuff last year. Tre'Davious White, he was kind of up and down, but we know what he is capable of. He is a Pro Bowl corner. Now, can they get that same type of effort and results on the other side of him? They brought in Kevin Johnson, who kind of fizzled out there in Houston. Honestly, I would like to see the guy on their roster, Levi Wallace, hit the starting lineup, because he graded very well last year. And you know what? I regret now. I wish I put him there. I bet you more than anything, he's going to end up starting. But they got EJ Gaines, who's been a journeyman's corner. So he's going to probably be there playing in the nickel. Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde, very good at safety. Both ball hawks. So the defense ain't going to be the problem here. Bills fans, this is a competitive team. This is a team worth watching. Now, with that being said, let's look at their schedule, because honestly, the schedule doesn't really do them any favors. I mean, honestly, they're facing, like, you're in a division with New England. If they could snake out one of those games, I'd consider it a win. That would be, because there's no way, Bills fans, y'all are going to beat the Patriots twice unless Tom Brady goes down. And even then, I trust Bill Belichick to coach that team up. But you're facing a Jets team that's kind of in the same boat as you guys, as they're in the middle of a rebuild. But and the Dolphins, I mean, that might be a freebie there, but who knows? I'm just a Dolphins fan. I can only hope for the best. But outside of that, I think that Bengals game, y'all face them in week 3. The Bengals play very well at the beginning of the year. They don't really lose themselves until later in the year, like maybe midway. Because let's be honest, that team was looking good at the beginning of the year until AJ Green went down. Joe Mixon got a little banged up. The team's not the best talent-wise, but they play very well at the beginning of the year. You face a good Titans team as long as Mariota's healthy. You got the Eagles and the Browns early. Now, what I'm really worried about, though, if if I were a Bills fan, is looking at this Thanksgiving Day stretch after you face the Broncos, which don't slouch on the Broncos. Flacco's a capable quarterback. He could lead that team to a few wins this year. You got to face the Cowboys. You got to face the Cowboys at Dallas. You get a home game against the Ravens. You got to go to Pittsburgh, and then you got to go to New England. You'll be lucky to go 1-3 during that stretch. It's just a very tough schedule, and then you finish the season against the stinking Jets, who knows? Sam Darnold played extremely well at the end of last season. He might be putting it all together. So with that being said, I think it's a tough schedule. It's a tough schedule. I projected y'all, don't be mad, at 5-11. And that's not bad. You're in the middle of a rebuild. Bills fans, you're in the middle of a rebuild. So with a 5-11 record, you're going to get a top 10 pick. You could maybe get a number 1 wide out. You could maybe get some help at offensive tackle if you choose to keep Cody Ford on the inside. You can maybe get another pass rusher, or you can get someone to help in the secondary. You could get a blue chip prospect to help that team, honestly, in the 2020 season, because it's a rebuild. You're not playing. I don't mean to hate y'all. This team's going to be competitive. They're going to be fun to watch, but I don't think they're playoff bound until next season. That's just my opinion. But let's wait and see. It should be a fun year in Buffalo. But that's it for the video. If you enjoyed the content, please feel free to subscribe and give me a like. It means a lot, and it helps the channel more than you could probably imagine, or exactly how you imagine. But until next time, you be easy, my friends. Later.